Pull up, red shell, big win, rainbow road, thick and thin, that Mario Kart King, yeah, we locked in, yeah, red shell, yeah, Mario #1, blue shell, dodging like a boss when I run, lightning bolt strike, but I'm having enough fun, whole pack salt when they see.
Welcome back. This is Dave. Uh, this video is not about these. I'm just sitting on it because it's very comfortable, and hey, it just looks cool sitting there. So, hey, it is what it is. But no, I'm here to tell a little one of my stories, a life changing story for me about the first time I got engaged. I won't say no names. I'll try to make it not long, but here we go. So, back around in 2011, I met a young lady, and I did what I was supposed to do. I took care of all the bills. I paid everything, and I just did what a man was supposed to do. But that was before I knew how diabolical and cynical a woman could be. That was one of my many wake up calls, but this one was my potential. My life could have went really, really bad if it wasn't for the grace of God. So I used to be over a car club years ago, and I had a best friend, and yeah. Long story short, how they be saying don't trust them when they say, "Oh, that's my best friend." Yeah, that stuff is baloney. So my supposed best friend at the time that I met on Xbox on Midnight Club days, it just so happened we lived in the same city. We got older. We graduated. I graduated in 2008. I can't remember when he graduated, but around 2011, 2010, we got our first cars. We met up and started a car club. Uh, my ex, she was there with us and stuff, won the car clubs and everything. They ended up being cool. I didn't think much of it at the time. Mind you, I'm new. I'm sitting there believe all women. That bullshit. But yeah. Lo and behold, that's later part story. Let me continue. Anywho, I took care of her, paid all the bills. She didn't pay for nothing. She didn't want to cook for real. She didn't want to clean for real. None of that. I did most of the stuff. But like I said, I thought I was a man or whatever. I just did what I did to keep the peace or whatever. But we was probably together for about 2 years. She did all kind of just stuff, bro, that was just disrespectful. I look back at it, it was just rude. I didn't realize how low of a self-esteem that I had about myself back then. I didn't think that I was handsome like I was now. I didn't have no idea what kind of woman I could pull. And I just be honest with you, I played myself and I settled for what I deserved. But that's hindsight 2020 or whatever that saying is. Anywho, what caused us to break up was, long story short, she was stealing money from me. And the crazy part was, I'm like, why are you stealing when I give you everything? Like that, whatever. But she took the money, gave it to somebody she come to find out I think was her brother in another state. I am think it was some other nigga, whatever. But found that out and pretty much that was the end of it. We ended up because we was young or whatever still, we had a I had to go to her mother's house, whatever, and her parents got involved, and they pretty much confirmed who the other person was. She said it was her brother. That's what they say. I don't believe it, but they said it was her brother in another state. Anyway, time goes by, and time goes by. By the grace of God, I didn't know none of this stuff because I would have known this back then. I probably would have made a terrible, life altering, bad choice. I probably would have done something terrible with this girl. But let me rewind a little bit. You know what? I'm not gonna tell her business like that. I'm gonna keep forward. But anyway, man. But I had a neighbor, old lady across the street from me. It was only two apartments. It was me, a lady across the little thing on the second floor of this little building in the city. She came and told me, said, "Hey, your friend with the pretty red car used to come over a lot when he wasn't here." I was definitely confused about who she talking about. But then it clicked, wow, you was fucking my best friend in my bed. But like I said, I'm glad I found out about it years later. And to this day, she still won't admit it. I don't have whatever. I don't speak to her no more, but if I was running to her, she would never apologize for what she did. And matter of fact, she never did apologize to us. I found her on Xbox and she acted like shit was all cool. But guess what? We got on Grand Theft Auto and I blew her punk ass the fuck up. Mm-hmm. Anywho, here's what that made this situation real dangerous. She always had weed, but I didn't give her money for weed. So either she was stealing, which she did, and then come to find out she was screwing with the neighborhood weed man, the doughboy, whatever, in my house. How I found out was we had a phone conversation. I cannot remember why or how we ended up on the phone, but we had a phone conversation, and Buddy described what my apartment looked like verbatim. And I've never invited this man in my house. And I was mind blown. So the fact that this woman brought another man in my house into my bed while I'm taking care of you is diabolical work. That could have been umpteen times that I could have been set up or potentially set up to get my shit blown off, and I had no idea. And I'm here to tell other dudes that y'all need to stop doing these mission runs. Y'all need to start inviting these chicks to y'all house. Y'all need to stop going to their house. Y'all need to stop meeting up with these chicks. Y'all need to realize that are people out there. You ain't nothing but a lick to them, and they do not care what happens to you. I would do more videos on this and showing little videos over here somewhere, but it ain't gonna be today. But I got at least 200, about 300 some different videos, different things saved just on Facebook alone of different videos. I'm gonna download all of them and I'm going to show. And I want to try to educate young men, especially black men. They're not your friends until they proven they're your friend. Until then, assume they're your enemy or to stay about your business. I just advise you to keep it in your pants. Don't even indulge or follow the urge to go screw, bro. Keep it in your pants, bro. Because the child support system, bro, by itself and family court, bro, they don't care nothing about you, bro, or your kid, bro. All they want is to make your life hard and take your money, bro. But yeah, that's just a little bit. of my story. I might make another in-depth video of this. This is just a short little video. Like I said, I'm just trying. But yeah, y'all gotta watch out, man. Y'all young brothers, y'all have to watch out because the enemy is out to kill, steal, and destroy. If y'all don't believe me, go read the Bible. Was it Judges? I don't remember what book it is, but go look up the story of Samson. This man was strong enough to tear a lion in half with his bare hands. They feared this man. This man was pretty much a walking Incredible Hulk. And he was brought down by a nagging, diabolical 304. Let that sink in. And if you read the story, it will tell you she nagged this man so much that he gave up his secret. Now, I'm not excusing him by no means, but he should have known better. But on the flip side is, y'all have to be careful because y'all don't understand the power of the cat. Y'all don't understand how a lot of these chicks are into witchcraft. Don't go to none of these chicks' houses, eat none of the spaghetti. Any type of food that is red that you could put period blood in, don't eat it. It sounds crazy. Look it up. These chicks are out here, bro. They're hunting and they're scheming and they're plotting. And you're nothing but a lick, a mark, and a target for them. And they have no problem calling the police on you to get you locked up over some bullshit lie without a second thought. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there. I don't want to rant. Like, share, subscribe. Do not make the decision I made or the mistakes that I've made. Learn from the men that are honest enough to tell you our fuck ups. I'm going to be one of the ones, I'm going to tell you my fuck ups. Do not be out here playing Captain Save-A-Ho. Do not believe all women. You have to make her prove to you that she is worth your time because your time is all you have. Use your time wisely. Get in shape. Get your bread. And if you believe in God, get right with Christ. If you don't believe in God, then I don't know what to tell you. That's your business. But you better believe in something. Because if you're not, you're going to fall by the wayside. And they is out there waiting to get you. But yeah, I already said I'm going to stop. Let me stop. Like, share, subscribe. Again, this is Dave. Y'all be safe out there. Blessings to all. And y'all have a good one.
Red shell, big win, Rainbow Road, thick and thin, that Mario Kart King, yeah, we locked in. Yeah, red shell, Mario.